This video was created by VinylicPuma of VinylicPumaGaming.
So in the last couple of videos, I went over each ammo type's viability in the new revamped survival mode for Fallout 4. I got some questions in the comment sections of those videos asking me to make a video on what some of the best weapons are for the new survival mode for Fallout 4. Now, while I would say that many of the best weapons from normal mode are still probably the best weapons in survival mode, that's not necessarily the case in all cases. So, for example, you have the Fat Man and Missile Launcher. Both of those guns now, in my opinion, I think they suck. I've done some thinking about it and weighed a lot of your potential options, and I think I've come to the conclusion that these 8 are probably going to be the best guns that are going to be available to you in the new survival mode. So I think we'll go ahead here and we'll start with number 8, and that's going to be the Minigun. If you killed the Deathclaw at the very beginning of Fallout 4, it's very likely that you have used the minigun to do it. Despite the minigun's low damage per shot, 5mm ammo is going to be one of, if not the lightest ammo types in the game. There are exactly 125 bullets that make up 1 pound of 5mm ammunition. I would also go as far to say that the minigun is going to be the best heavy weapon that you can use until you can get another similar yet different heavy weapon. Again, the main reason I'm choosing the minigun is that it has very light ammo, and one of the problems with most heavy weapons is that their corresponding ammo types don't deal enough damage for their weight. After all, missiles for the missile launcher weigh 7 pounds, while the mini nukes for the Fat Man launcher weigh 12 pounds each. While I wouldn't count on getting one, certain legendary minigun variants range from pretty good to incredible. The explosive minigun might just be one of the best heavy weapons in the game, especially with the heavy weapons and demolition expert perks maxed out. So that leaves us with number 7 on this list, and that is going to be the 44 pistol. Obviously, since the 44 pistol is a pistol, it's going to be best used by players with the Gunslinger perk. 44 caliber ammo is also the most powerful conventional ballistic ammo type for pistols in Fallout 4 in terms of raw damage output. It's also worth mentioning that roughly 18 44 caliber bullets make up 1 pound. Since the 44 pistol clip is 6, you can roughly fill about 3 magazines per pound. Now, the biggest downside to the 44 pistol is that it can't be suppressed like many of the other ballistic type weapons. As you can imagine, this really hurts its practicality for stealth purposes. However, it's still a really good weapon for general combat out in the open. If you're interested, there are 3 unique variants, with the best being Kellogg's pistol, as it has the relentless legendary weapon effect. Now, what this does is when you score a critical hit, it refills your action points. Coming in at number 6, we have the Gauss Rifle. Now, before getting into some of the specifics, we need to go ahead and mention that the Gauss Rifle is best used by players with the Rifleman perk. What's interesting about the Gauss Rifle is that it is a relatively light weapon, however it has very heavy ammo. Roughly 8 bullets of 2mm electromagnetic ammo make up 1 pound of ammo. Even still, this weapon can be suppressed, making it ideal for sneak attacks, and a non-legendary Gauss rifle also has extremely high base damage when stock and also when fully upgraded. 192 damage is a lot and will most likely kill human enemies with a well-placed headshot from a hidden position. And also keep in mind that that 192 damage is for a fully upgraded non-legendary Gauss rifle, not taking into account any perks or any like magazines or bobbleheads that can further increase your damage. Now, if you do get lucky and acquire an instigating Gauss rifle and fully upgrade it, the Gauss rifle becomes the best sniper rifle in the game. Another really good weapon is going to be our number 5 choice, and that is going to be the Deliverer. The Deliverer is still a really good pistol both for stealth and non-stealth pistol users. Obviously, the Deliverer will be best used by Gunslinger perk users. This is also an insanely good weapon for characters with high agility and high luck. It's also worth mentioning that the Deliverer maximizes the damage potential of the 10mm round. Another cool fact is that exactly 40 10mm bullets equal 1 pound, which also makes the 10mm round slightly above average for the amount of ammo that you can carry. Most weapons you can carry, I would say, anywhere from like 20 to about 35 bullets per pound. I'll also mention that the Deliverer doesn't really weigh that much, making it perfect for stealth characters, as weight is a factor in having successful sneak attempts. Now, you will need to complete the Tradecraft mission for the Railroad in order to get your hands on the Deliverer. The next is probably going to be my personal favorite type of weapon for number 4, and that is going to be both laser pistols and laser rifles. The biggest advantage these weapons have is that you can boost their damage by choosing a certain barrel type and by upgrading the capacitor. Laser weapons are used most effectively by both gunslinger and rifleman perk users, so pistol users and rifle users will get the most out of laser pistols and rifles respectively. While the laser musket is superior to both laser pistols and rifles early on in the game, once you can upgrade the capacitors, you're getting more damage per fusion cell than with the laser musket. And to demonstrate that, the improved sniper barrel with the overcharged capacitor can deal up to 72 damage for just 1 fusion cell, while the improved long barrel deals about 50 damage. And again, with the improved long barrel, you have the overcharged capacitor. I also recommend laser weapons, as there are several, probably like gazillions of good unique variants. Of course, there's the Good Intentions that can make enemies frenzy. There's the Old Faithful that has the instigating legendary effect, which makes it ideal for snipers. You have the Righteous Authority that has the Lucky effect, which recharges the critical meter faster and allows for a damage bonus while scoring a critical hit. You have the Wazer Rifle and Prototype UP77 that both have the Never-Ending effect, meaning that they have an endless magazine and rarely ever need to be reloaded. And then you have the Protectron's Gaze, which was added with the Automatron DLC that has the rapid effect, making it ideal for an automatic laser weapon. Another one of my favorites is going to be number 3, and that is the Combat Rifle. While the Combat Rifle is relatively heavy, it is very powerful and it can be suppressed, making it ideal for sneak attacks. Since rifle is in the name, the Combat Rifle is best used by rifleman perk users. I'm going to reiterate that the Combat Rifle is really good, and it almost maximizes the damage potential of the 38 caliber round, only being surpassed by the 38 caliber hunting rifle in terms of damage per shot. However, it should be mentioned that the 38 caliber combat rifle has much better fire rate. Where the combat rifle truly shines is that it fully maximizes the damage potential of both the 45 caliber and the 308 caliber round. And I suppose if you wanted, you could carry a 308, 38, and maxed 45 receiver for the combat rifle and simply swap out receivers at a weapons workbench. Now, while I wouldn't recommend this, as you always want to have a backup weapon, you could probably pull it off. It's also worth mentioning that the combat rifle also has a very good legendary variant, which can be purchased from a vendor, and that of course is going to be the Overseer's Guardian, which you can buy from Alexis Combs at Vault 81. And since it is at Vault 81, and it's relatively early on in the game, you can acquire it very early, and you can just wreck face with it. Coming in at number 2, plasma weapons. Now, before I go on, you will want to use the improved plasma sniper barrel for the highest amount of damage. However, it's worth mentioning that the other plasma weapon barrels are also very good. Now, due to the more modular nature of plasma weapons, these can be used effectively by both gunslinger and rifleman perk users by changing from a pistol grip to a rifle stock. Plasma weapons deal a hybrid combination of both ballistic and energy type damage. The plasma weapon ammo also provides the most damage of any conventional ammo type for their weight. If you were to consume 1 pound of plasma cartridge ammunition, you can deal a minimum of anywhere from 816 to 4080 damage, provided you never miss. And keep in mind, this is before any perks or other weapon buffs from bobbleheads, magazines, or the new Tesla armor that was added with the Automatron DLC. There are also some good unique variants as well. The one that will be available to everyone is the Experiment 18-A, which has the rapid effect, which makes it ideal for automatic plasma weapons. You also have the Sentinel's Plasma Caster, which has the instigating effect, making it ideal for sniper-type characters. However, you have to be aligned with the Brotherhood of Steel in order to acquire that. My number one choice for the best weapon for survival mode is going to be the Gatling Laser. Hands down, the Gatling Laser is the best weapon for survival mode, especially once you have fully upgraded it. I'd say this is a good trade-off since most of the other heavy weapons suck in survival mode. I should mention that the Gatling Laser is used most effectively by people with the heavy weapons perk. What makes the Gatling Laser so good is that it has a very high magazine size, and given that fusion cores weigh 4 pounds each, you get 125 shots per pound. Keep in mind, that's the same as the minigun. You can also deal 14 to 66 damage per shot, depending on the various weapon modifications available, and those numbers are before perks and other similar buffs from bobbleheads, magazines, and gear like the Tesla armor. On the low end, this is comparable with an automatic pipe rifle, and on the high end, this is comparable with a 50 caliber hunting/sniper rifle. The difference being that the Gatling Laser is full auto instead of being a bolt action. The only real downside is that your power armor also uses fusion cores. Fusion cores can also be quite rare to find, and while they are the cheapest ammo type to purchase from in-game vendors, and of course we're talking in terms of cost per shot, fusion cores can also cost 200 to 400 plus bottle caps. So unless you have a lot of bottle caps on you, you can't get literally the most bang for your buck. Now, before we close out this video, the Gatling Laser does have a unique variant in the form of the Final Judgment. Honestly, unless you hate the Brotherhood of Steel, I'd just recommend you skip it and try to get another legendary variant with a better legendary weapon effect. Maybe a 2-shot Gatling Laser if you're lucky. Hey guys, so that's going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. Also, I want to do something different and point you to 2 of my other videos going over the best ammo types for Fallout 4's Revamped Survival Mode. Click one of these 2 to get an overview of some of the best and worst ammo types by their respective weight. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see y'all next time.